You're about to hear something you haven't heard in a long time. What's up, interwebs? My name's David, and you are chilling with Schilling. Chilling with Schilling. Man, it is good to say those things again. You know, there was a while there I didn't think I would want to come back. Yeah, I tried carrying on for a while and doing my whole thing, but it just didn't feel right at the time. A lot of things didn't feel good, and I just had to put it on pause. I thought I was gonna just kind of shut things down. As it turns out, ooh. Side note, my lighting is crap right now, and I do apologize for that. It's not so bad. I'm missing some stuff over here. It's what we got. Where was I? Right. I don't know. I didn't have any motivation to do anything. And because the focus of Chilling with Schilling at that time was about me, there wasn't really anything to talk about. Thought about coming back when the pandemic started, but there again, it was hard to do at the time. I wasn't working. I was making less than what everybody on CERB was, being on disability. Every penny I had went to just staying afloat. Had to sell collections of things. For those of you who know, I am a bit of a nerd. Had to sell a collection of Magic the Gathering cards that I had since I was 5. Pandemic hit, and the people and the connections that you thought you'd have evaporated. The people who I called friends and the people who I thought would be in my life for the rest of my life just disappeared. And so I didn't really have anybody to talk to. Without anybody to talk to, there wasn't anything to talk about. So, yeah, I just kept to myself for a long time. Then I started working. Got a job at a dog place here in my local town. Things were going well for a good while. Ended up making my way up to full-time hours, which after, 4 years of not working was a pretty big accomplishment till I couldn't do it anymore. Things crept up on me, and it got harder and harder to do normal things. All my energy went into my job. I ended up having a police check done at me at work. And for those of you that don't know, a police check is when someone thinks you are in such dire straits or so close to self-harm that they call the police and the police come in and intervene. At that point, they have complete authority over you. They get to decide whether you get to go home or whether they take you to a hospital. It took me about an hour to convince them not to take me to the hospital, which was great. I was trying so hard to get back to normal that I wasn't taking into account that things for me aren't normal. Had to leave. Took me a week to stop shaking, but I'm on the road to recovery. So that brings me here. Why here? Why now? It's hard to do the things I used to do pre-pandemic. I can't see my friends anymore because, well, they're no longer in the picture. I mean, I have friends, but we live in a pandemic world now, so it's difficult to see larger groups of people. So, I'm back to the interwebs, the intervibes, you guys. I have some things planned. I have some ideas brewing. I am gonna need a little bit of your help, but I'm just really excited and want to be able to share my journey with you. So, what am I going to do with you? I'm still gonna do a lot of mental health advocacy, mental health stories, talking about some struggles, some challenges that I had, that I'm having, how I'm dealing with them or how I dealt with them, overcame them. I'm gonna be reaching out to you guys, to my friends here on YouTube, on Instagram, on Facebook. I will save time to be able to share your stories. If you want them shared, it's no big deal. I'm going to get into a lot more of mental health information. I'm going to do a lot more research, especially here living in Ontario. It's time to bring to light how little help and how little resources there are for us. I am planning something kind of cool, kind of crazy, way out of my wheelhouse. I really want to put together an art show. I really want to put together an art show. Before the pandemic hit, I had this big idea of hosting a big party in celebration of mental health struggles and bring communities together and just host a giant party based around art and mental illness. I thought that would be amazing. Unfortunately, I have no idea what I'm doing, and in a post-pandemic world, it is even harder to figure things out. So if you have any ideas, if you've run an art show in the past, if you've hosted anything like this, send me a message, shoot me a comment down in the comment section below. I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing, but I'm going to do it anyways. The more help I can get, the better. I've also decided, guys, it is time to incorporate two of the biggest things in my life: mental health and gaming. Video games have been a major outlet for me ever since I was a kid. Before I was allowed to play video games, they were always an outlet for me. I'd go over to my friend's house and we'd be up until 2, 3, 4 in the morning playing video games, and I just could not get enough, and I still can't. They are a wonderful escape when all of the darkness in your head just comes crashing down and you can't think, you can't concentrate. There's nothing in this world that will save your mind. You can escape into another world. I want to be able to bring others that suffer from mental illness in with common ground. I know a lot of men have a very hard time talking about mental illness and their struggles, and I want to create a safe space for those conversations, to be able to allow others who aren't able to have an outlet maybe find some peace in an outlet and in a community that is designed to give them a voice. So that's my goal. I've created a Twitch channel. It's simply called Glackthor, Glakthor. I will leave a link in the description box down below. If you are a gamer, if you like people who are garbage at games, like me, but we do it just for the fun, head on over. I will start that up very soon, probably within the next week. I will be also adding clips to YouTube. I'm going to be making a second YouTube channel for my gaming. Highlights, clips of random things that I may or may not do well. Chances are there won't be too many of them, but we'll see. Also, just good conversations about mental health. Keep your eyes out for that. I will be posting more about that on my Instagram, on my YouTube channel, so descriptions down below. Speaking of my Instagram, I am fully submerging into photography again as well. I took a big hiatus from it, kind of just keeping my toes wet here and there, but now it's time to go full on into photography. For those of you that know, it is one of my biggest passions. I've been able to incorporate photography and mental health in together, and it's been amazing, and I'm gonna keep doing that. I've been able to meet some extraordinary people through my photography and want to continue that journey as well, looking at ways I can bring you guys into my photography community, looking at creating a book, a coffee table book around my photography based on mental illness. So I'm looking at ways of doing something along those lines. I'm looking at maybe starting up a Patreon, maybe getting an Indiegogo started for a big project. I don't know yet. I'm going to need your guys' help. If you know of ways you've always wanted to be a part of a community like this, leave your messages down in the comment section below. I will do my best to reply to every single one of you. Right now it's going to be like 2 or 3 of you guys, but still, if you have ideas, if you've always wanted to be a part of this community in any way, shape, or form, if you have experience in the art community, in the photography community, in the gaming community. If you have a Twitch, I'd love to connect with you guys. Send me messages, leave me comments down below. I'd love to get this network started up and running. Yeah, that's it from me, I think. I don't think I got anything else to say right now. Lots more to come, guys. I got a lot of big ideas. But until next time, don't forget, tell your friends.